Hello, everyone, and welcome to ZSR2. We've got another Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament 2022 main brackets, losers bracket round 2 here between Chromataclysm and Ellendar. I'm Star, and with me on comms is Mariah. How are you doing?
Well, Star, not to get too specific, but before dinner, I was about a 4.5 out of 10. After dinner, I'm a 6.5 out of 10. Z2R is about to start here tonight, so we're at about an 8 out of 10, but that's a ballpark figure.
Alrighty, in which case, you've got a treat here, as we've got Chroma versus Ellendar. Chroma, of course, our defending champion. Ellendar, a longtime veteran of the Randomizer. Should be an interesting match here. And of course, coming up right
Absolutely.
after this, we'll have the grand finals of the Naboo Invitational Tournament coming up between TH and why is my brain not
Dr.
working?
J.
Dr. J. I've got like 8 tabs open right now, which is why my brain decided to quit there, but it should be a fun pair of matches tonight. We will be starting shortly, and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, so we're in the lower bracket, so loser, or I should say not winner, is out of the tournament, and winner moves on. So we're going hard in the paint tonight.
Yes, we are. Alright, should be starting shortly, and what was your dinner, I guess, out of curiosity?
That's actually a secret. I cannot reveal the dinner, no. It was eggs, sausage, and toast. It was it wasn't really like real dinner. It was kind of like in between dinner. Real dinner is going to happen after the next match.
Gotcha. For me, dinner was pork and rice.
Delicious.
Over marinated a bit, so it was a little bit too sour for my taste, but still tasty.
This is the ZSR2 cooking show with Star and Mariah.
We did have Spicy Chickens doing a health potion for Pom Poms tonight. Thanks, Zeroing. And Rosh.
All right, I'm excited. This is good.
This looks like fun.
I'm gonna say vanilla-like. That's my first guesstimate.
My thought was either that or Caldera.
Oh, Caldera's a good one too. As we're in Heart Container Cave here for both of our runners with the Red Dyra.
Yep. Probably more likely vanilla-like, but it's a little too early to tell from basically the starting view.
Yeah, it's all about just throwing it out there, making a gamble.
Yep. Ooh, that's for Ellendar. And
yeah,
one for Chroma.
Yeah, they both took to death in the same spot. They got through the Red Dyra, but afterwards.
These two enemies here are tag teaming to take them both down.
Interesting that Chroma's at attack. Oh, he hit the I think he saw the desert tile with the P bag on it. That's why he's attack 2 before Ellendar had attack 2 just a moment ago. That's everything's evened out now, but
yeah. Nice flute.
Could be useful, could be useless. We'll find out.
Depends a lot on what the eastern map, what the eastern biome is.
Oh, right into Trophy Cave here, and Ellendar picking up that 50 bag that Chroma got.
And that is a Hammerlock Cave. That is and a glove. And
yeah, that's nice to find.
3 or 6. You're just west of start.
Ellendar getting a little beat up here. Probably hoping these are going to be like 150 or 200 for these guys. It could be like 70 though, and just completely waste your time.
Did Chroma just find a cave to a canyon east here?
I missed that cave, but it was so fast,
no.
I'm going to say perhaps. Oh, no, he's here in the west still.
Okay, shield here, and I'm lost on what the map is looking like. Shield and Raurai missed the spell in Saria, and I've got no idea how he got here.
I think he just walked north.
Okay, this does look vanilla-like. Too open for anything else.
Yeah, and a pretty big land mass here for islands.
I think we've seen. I don't think we've seen enough water for islands either.
Yeah. Oh, we have a third cave here for Chroma. Ellendar needs to find that trophy cave. He hopefully will before he goes anywhere else. He's down here in the southwest corner from start, and he's just got to find trophy cave. That's going to be his glove.
Anyone catch a spell in Saria, by the way? Because I missed it. Looks like that was
It was jump.
No clue where either are. They're on the eastern of the map, just not quite sure where on the eastern end. The southern end of the map is not looking great for Ellendar.
Yeah, he's jumping in the same cave Chroma's in right now. Life does not seem to be doing too hot for Chroma at Life 2, but Life 3 for Ellendar might be a bit better. Because Chroma's about to game over if he dies in here. I think he's going to be good, though.
There we are, Hammer. So he'll be able to check that hammerlocked cave whenever he heads west of Star, basically. That's a death for Ellendar, but I am more than just a hair lost here in the west. Vanilla biome, very, very open-ended, very multiple different directions to go in. I am lost.
Yeah, they're all kind of circling around where North Palace is right now. Chroma's seen a bit more. Well, I guess he's about to see what Ellendar's are down here, nothing in the southwest. But Ellendar was trying to circle back around where Chroma was, but there's that game over.
Yeah.
I think this is his trophy cave right here.
Yeah, they started North Palace to be kind of in the vaguely southwest part of the map, more west than south, but generally that direction. Though it's a little hard to tell. Well, here's P306 in the Hammerlock Cave for Chroma.
And I think Ellendar's going to head back down to that magic container cave. He should, because that is where his hammer's at, and we'll see what's in this cave if it's anything useful on Chroma's side here.
Death Mountain Connector is what that is.
Pretty funneled, not a lot of options right there. It seems like we have one cave, and then we'll see where that goes. That could dead end, so I don't know if I would have checked that right now, or left. I probably would have checked through that cave to see if it just dead ended or if it opened up after that.
Yeah.
Because if that dead ends and you're thinking in the back of your head, I have Death Mountain access, you might not actually have Death Mountain access. I think Ellendar is going to make it through this magic container cave on this attempt here. Chroma has found Bagu, and he will be headed back to Saria Shore. It looks like we have a hard Saria block to get out of here, unless magically the boots are in this medicine cave.
Quite possibly, yeah, because it looks like this map is fairly segmented.
Yeah, we've got a really big starting body of land here, but then we are missing some stuff from the west for sure.
Yes, we are. I see why I thought that might have been a canyon, because there is so much water just above Rauru and Saria, and I got entirely lost. Like, that end does look surprisingly like a canyon. Here. Alright, and that, in fact, we just got lost.
I'm liking how much these Dyras are worth. 150 for the orange, and it's either 150 or 100 for the reds. All right, what's Chroma going to find here at the end? That's fine. That's fine. That's good. I think we're going back to Saria now. I think he's going to show us what the rest of this west is going to look like here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Interestingly enough, Chroma was right here by Saria, and he didn't grab shield from Rauru. So now he's coming back into Rauru to grab shield. Okay.
That's a bit of a time loss.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's. I guess he up and ate out of. No, I don't know what he did, to be honest with you.
Neither do I, to be honest. I was just getting lost on this map, I think. Alright, okay. I am, however, getting a better sense of what this map looks like.
I think this is where Bagu is in the desert for Ellendar.
I was going to say, is this Bagu?
Yeah, there aren't too many forest tiles. There's like 2 or 3 that are available. We've seen one already on Ellendar's side. This will be the second one I think he sees.
I'm gonna check the Hammerlocked Cave first. This Death Mountain looking... I'm not going to look in Death Mountain either. Not immediately obvious what biome that Death Mountain is, just that it's a thing.
Yeah, my money's on mountainous, but it could be Caldera-esque as well.
I'm thinking one or the other, yeah.
And mountainous can be kind of tricky. Mountainous, well, Mount Caldera can also be segmented, but mountainous can be segmented more often than Caldera, I think. But they don't have to, neither one of them have to be segmented. So we'll have to see where this all pans out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting a fairly good sense of what this map looks like now. Do you remember what cave was in this cave here for these two?
Magic container.
Forgot to write that down, so whoops.
Yeah, so we're just missing the Pillar P-Bag Cave, I believe. We saw Magic Container, Heart Container, Trophy, and Medicine. And we're missing Grass Tile and Pillar P-Bag Cave on the west here, and 2 palaces as well.
Sounds about right.
And any other continent connectors that may be around here somewhere.
Okay, immediate. You need to take a cave further north, because Saria is at the northern edge of the southern half, but you cannot walk directly further north. Gotta love the vanilla-like biomes, which are generally split into halves on the west, thirds on the east, and this one's at least not split into quadrants the way that they sometimes... Well, the southern half isn't quadrants, the northern half does like split west-east as well, because it does tend to do that horizontally as well as vertically.
Yeah, and if they need to keep coming back up this way, if they don't have the boots, it's always going to be a Saria. 3 screens of Saria through 1 screen of Parappa to get up to this area, and then look around and get back to these palaces.
Yeah, it also looks like we're currently up here in the northeastern quadrant. I don't know if we'll have a way to the northwestern quadrant.
I think there's a bridge there, but I haven't seen enough of it.
Me neither is the issue. Because sometimes, even if you can get up here, the quadrants may be boots, may be separated by a whole lot of water, which require boots.
Yeah.
There's another magic jar, okay. Would be better if they had more spells to use that magic with.
Yeah, we don't... And
that's enough.
We don't know what's in Rudo or Mido at this point, and we don't have the medicine or the trophy. So unless they find it on the grass tile, it's not going to be over here. Maybe in a palace, but we don't have palace access technically currently at this point in time.
Nope, and we haven't seen either Rudo or Mido because they're somewhere up here in the northern half, and we have only just gotten here.
A nice 500 bag off that Octoroxos. 500 bags in the small enemy drop pool.
And Ellendar's going to take the western of the 2 caves here. Yep, here's an eastern shore. It does look like you have to go through the Pasture Cave to get up here, as P4 in the northeast corner, sorry. A very, very dark forest green.
I'm also going to point this out now. I'm sure it's going to be asked at some point that Chroma he uses a power pack with his Nintendo console. There is some weird corruption on something somewhere in there, either the ROM or the power pack itself. And so you
just randomly cut out mid-sentence there. Lou? Mariah's having tech issues. Okay, there is a bridge here, which does go to the northwest quadrant. Mariah started restarting something. Hopefully he'll be back. And while Chroma heads across the bridge to the northwest quadrant, this is going to be the 3rd palace, Mido and Rudo, and either we're finding a continental connector here, or we're going to Death Mountain, because we haven't seen a connector cave a continental connector anywhere else. Yeah, if you see some odd, tiles up at the top of Chroma's gameplay, that's because of said corruption issues. Here's Rudo, which has life in it. Alright, don't need a trophy.
Yep.
And you're back. Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
And here's our final palace of the west, which is P1. Nice light purple color in the middle of the far north. Has thunder in it, so we will need that medicine. And it is a fake cave caused by the corruption. I was like, that looks a little odd. Which it does. Heart container is our final item on the west, and unless there's a continental connector down in the southwest corner of this northwest quadrant, I think it's time for a Death Mountain dig. I think me getting ridiculously lost aside, we've seen everything else. Even with me getting ridiculously lost, I think we've seen it every square of the west to verify that there is not another continental connector here. Chroma should check the hint here for the medicine. Yeah, he read the sign that he knows the thunder. I'm not sure why he is. I think he's getting the item hint now.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
We're back, at least for now, as we find out Guma's sitting on the medicine for thunder. That's fun.
What was on the grass tile? I was busy angrily. Okay.
And okay, confirmed for Chroma walking down a bit there. We're off to Death Mountain. There's literally no other way off the west.
I'm excited. So what were all the palaces we saw as well? So we saw 36, and then the other two I was probably, again,
3 or 6, 4, and 1.
Okay.
Ooh, off to Death Mountain. Let's see how much of a mess this place is. Because they are hardcore to dig this place. Pretty sure I've seen every square of the west between these two, and we did not see another connector of any kind. Here's Spectacle Rock, which is going to be a nice quick item check.
Wow.
Another magic jar. Okay, sure.
I wonder if we'll dig Hammer Cave if we find it, or if we're just looking for something else here. Possibly a Maze Island connection bridge along the coast here, maybe?
No, that eastern coast is the edge of the map, it looks like, with that straight line.
Yeah, I was just hoping that he could go down further. There's something down there, but he can't get down there from where he's at.
Candle and Forward just got a hint, thank you. So they're not going to be digging that anytime fast, not that they really want to.
Well, there's our Hammer Cave.
Yeah, this is, I think, confirmed the mountain is Death Mountain at this point. It's not anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna get the item at a Hammer Cave here. And then go see about, where is this continental connector? And what is that continental connector going to?
Yeah, with all the rewards they've been getting, my money's on the 8th magic container being in this cave here.
Yeah, I vote the Yeti key to go back to the west to dig out a raft to go back here. Because it is possible that it might be a raft connector that we need to go, and here's the Yeti key we need to go back to the west. We'll find out here in a second after Chroma does not game over, thankfully. And here's P1 for Ellendar.
Yeah, no keys in the drop pool from what we've seen so far. Neither one of our runners seems to have any keys. Oh!
And just a magic jar, that is a magic jar number 8. Sure.
Hold on a minute. I'm on lottery.com. Give me a moment.
Go do that, I guess. So, we're taking Death Mountain some more then. Convenient one up here for Chroma, as Ellendar heads into Death Mountain himself. And let's see how long it takes them to find this Death Mountain connector. Whatever it is, wherever it is. It's in here somewhere. It's Death Mountain at the mountainous, so it's probably going to take a while to dig this out, but we'll see.
Yeah, that attack 4 on Chroma side looking a lot better than Ellendar's attack 3 right now.
Yeah, I think so. There is a key drop for Ellendar.
Yeah.
Ellendar so far, well, they kind of got roped into that first cave, so hopefully Ellendar also finds Hammer Cave fairly quick. Because that is just pretty close to Spec Rock, as long as Ellendar doesn't take one of the other pass-through caves around here. This cave is going to that dead end up north. And they're both heading down here at the same time.
Yeah, it probably won't be the end of the world if Ellendar doesn't find this Hammer Cave, but I don't know. That extra magic container is kind of nice, probably, to have.
It looks like he's heading for it. As it's, I think, the northern of the two caves here. Nope, southern, I guess. And yeah, southern of the two. So this could be interesting once Ellendar gets out of here, so where he goes, because routing differences might be interesting for who gets out of here first.
Chroma didn't like the cave he had access to down. Oh, okay, I see. Nope, he's correct. He is correct that cave that he had access to was nothing.
Okay.
So he's got to go in here. I don't know. I'm almost wondering if this is going to lead into a caldera. We saw the edge of something over wherever this cave spits us out, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. This was feeling more mountainous than caldera, but it's hard to tell with DMs.
It's just that we're missing a lot of caves for Death Mountain, and so I wonder if we are just heavily segmented here. Oh!
You're right. It is a caldera, and I must get it right, apparently. That does explain the lack of caves, and the rest of it's on the other side.
Well, there were a lot of mountains, to be fair. We came in a very weird spot.
We did. So we'll see which cave Ellendar, Passive Cave Ellendar takes out of this area here with Spec Rock and Hammer Cave. This seed is mean. I mean, this is a pretty typical Z2R seed, 0. I did roll this one.
Wow, it looks like we still have some more connections to go through after this cave. Oh no, Chroma! Oh, he's got lives for days.
Yeah, he picked up a 1-up in Hammer Cave somewhere. And there's a magic jar for Ellendar. 8 magic jars, and they haven't even gotten off the west, out of the west/Death Mountain yet. Okay, here's a big area with a lot of things to do, or a lot of keys to check.
I thought we couldn't walk through there. I thought mountains closed us off there, and we had to go south and then west again. But I think we're gonna. Oh wait, maybe not. I thought we were gonna have some water over here, but we're not gonna have any water over here. Okay.
Nope, the water is at the other side of this mountain, this caldera. Yeah, it's really rare to see this many magic jars this early. These guys would have liked to have fewer magic jars and a nicer continental connector, though, because this Death Mountain's looking pretty mean. That's not it. Is this it? Nope. So he is going to take this cave.
Yeah, we can't see what else is up in this area, so this is probably a good...
Ellendar's going to save some time. He's heading straight for the caldera and not going to check the other connector cave in this area, which is good for him.
There's that 1-up, although for Ellendar, it's stuck in the ground.
Yeah, right, that's a dead end. Sorry, Chroma, that's a dead end. Brain. Yeah,
so...
Ellendar skipping the one that Passive Cave is letting him catch up some. It's really it's looking like there's a connector cave somewhere in here. It's not a raft and it's not a bridge. Well, it couldn't be a raft anyway because we don't have one, but there's no water for it to be a bridge. So, where's this? I think the cave might be down in the southwest part of the map, maybe? It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Because I think I've seen a decent chunk of the northwest at this point for Chroma.
What we might have is a nice little 4 or 6 tile or 4 or 9 tile lake that a bridge or a raft tile sits on. Although we don't have a raft, so that's kind of useless to us right now.
Can't. It could be a bridge, I guess, but that's why I suggested Eddie Key and Hammer Cave Mirai to have to dig a raft out to come back. Alright, here's the southwest bit of the map for Chroma, which looks rather
There it is.
open-ended. And Maze Island, which would have been nice to have boots for, but nope.
Did we see a raft tile on the west, or no?
We did not. This was the only continental connector period off the west.
Okay, we've got raft and bridge here.
Yep, raft to the eastern end of the map. Bridge is somewhere.
Well, if Ellendar can find this connector faster than Chroma can, he's going to be able to keep up here. Although he's up in the north, he's got to go south.
Yeah, taking a similar route to Mirai ultimately.
I'm not playing Star.
Sorry, I don't know why I keep thinking you're playing. Brain is not working today, apparently. But yeah, Ellendar taking a similar route to Chroma. That's what I wanted to say. Looks like we got a bit of a P shape there in the northwest corner of Maze Island. Just a little fun thing to see. So what the cross is pretty close to the palace. Chroma's gonna head straight for the bridge. Makes sense.
What palace was that? I wasn't even paying attention.
5.
Okay.
Looks like Ellendar is heading south. Is that really 2 encounters in a row? I need to fight through 2 of these to get to the bridge. And
Death with a pee bag on the floor. Ouch.
Yeah, I don't think Chroma updated at P. I don't remember. I don't think Chroma updated at P5 or he might have, and he just died anyway. Because of experience.
Yeah, if that was a big bag, that would have gotten him his attack level. Yeah.
Ellendar down to his last life. I really hope he gets through here and safely. Vanilla East! Wahoo! There's the vanilla. Yep, this scene generated like 2 seconds. So he suspected there might be some vanilla. Not as much as I'd expect. Some seeds, but here's the vanilla. Vanilla East. Definitely need that flute they picked up earlier.
Well, we'll see if Ellendar sticks around for this second item that is on Maze Island that we don't know what it is yet.
Mm-hmm. He should be finding his cross shortly. Doing this little loop around the palace.
Yeah, Chroma going to Darunia here. I guess he wants to see what Darunia's got for us. We saw Thunder on the west, but we didn't see what are those other spells we want? Reflect or Fairy, right?
No, we did not. There's the cross for Ellendar. If Chroma wanted to know what palace item to skip, he would have gotten the hint out of Ruda, which he did not. Yeah, we might need Spell. We are missing boots. We're missing the... Boots, we're missing... I'm forgetting Fairy is in Darunia. We will need Child. Possibly need... I think Boots is the big... Boots of this is the big thing at this point, because we know medicines in 5. And Boots are hardwired for a Vanilla East.
Yeah. Yeah, Ellendar looks like he's also going to be hanging around looking for this second item right here.
So, Vanilla Child would be good for him. Nope, Heart Container.
Well, Chroma's not missing out on too much, but it is going to be off of this tracker, so he'll be thinking about whatever might be here.
Yep.
I also want to point out the swag jump on Chroma's side. I don't want to let that go unnoticed, so there we are. We're acknowledging the swag jump, showing off as usual.
Go east to find the child. Gee, thanks! Figured it had to be either the east or in a palace, because we've seen everything else in the game. Let's see, encounter skip.
I almost wonder if east means basement, because the game has given us every single magic container. It's like, we want to make sure you get in there.
Yep. Yeah, there are small keys in the item pool. I don't think they're super common, but we have seen a couple.
Yeah, it seemed to take a while to get to that point, to see some keys in the drop pool, but they do happen to be there.
Alright, time to head south. And Ellendar's going to head south immediately. We'll probably save him some time by not backtracking to Darunia, by making 2 trips to Darunia.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be, yeah, for sure. He just has to know that he has to see the other towns first to know that, that Fairy's not in the others, so it's in Darunia. And once he finds this child, he'll be in good shape. He'll be able to turn that in.
I mean, he already knows it's not in Nibiru, which will send him to the Kasudos, which is good. Yep, Raph confirmed useless, Night Shifter. We don't need it. Big item they want right now is boots, as well as, well, the hinted medicine and child, so... Unfortunately, the medicine is in P5 Locking Thunder, and P5 is the longest not GP palace in the game, so that could be a bit of a pain.
I think Chroma's looking for hints here in Nibiru as we go to this west side.
Mm.
Oh, okay. He walked past her first. I was like, what is he?
They haven't really gotten a ton of way of useful hints so far.
Yeah, so we'll see what's in Sunken P-Bag Cave here, but they do have the flute, so we've got access to everything else at this point.
Hey Chris, we will indeed see the River Devil here at the Toot Toot, because as you just saw, there he is on the Vanilla East. No skipping him today. As we get, heart container number 6.
This seed has given us containers all day.
Or no, heart 7, sorry. Chroma 6, Ellendar 7. Yeah. We've got all the magic and 7 out of 8 hearts. The 8th is probably going to show up in the other P-Bag Cave just because why not at this rate?
Chroma doing a little vanilla manipulation here to get this skip on the first encounter. Although it is a lava encounter, I'm not sure this is exciting. He does make it out, though. To that one up that Chroma just saw. Ellendar is probably going to be seeing that soon. I think they're both sitting at 2 lives in reserve, though.
I think so, yeah. 5-3-4 versus 4-3-5 for our runners in terms of levels, so fairly close there, just different distribution of things.
Chroma not going to go check her in P-Bag Cave right now. Okay.
Yeah, gonna head straight to the southeast.
There's always a possibility that place is just overflowing with MOAs that you can't see or do. I mean, we have the cross, but we're still in the dark, so they're probably still going to smack us around. And at these lower life levels, we're probably going to take a lot of damage from those MOAs. So it's a valid choice not to go up here right away.
Ellendar does choose to head up here as Chroma's getting trolled on this bridge.
Yeah, to be fair, these bridges can be tough as well with these flies that come down.
Yeah. Ellendar makes it through the first room of this cave without, in one piece.
Oh!
And there's a child, so that's good for him.
He doesn't know what that's used for just yet. Chroma does, but, I wonder what Chroma would have done had he seen that right away. Continue or just go back? I don't know.
Reflect is so fire in old Kasudo, so reflect is in new Kasudo.
All I think we're going to get a check the moment we walk out of the door here. It is life for 4 containers.
That's pretty decent, actually. Let's see, desert tile is our trophy they don't really need. And there's the other 3 or 6.
Okay, so I can see where Chroma's routing here is going to work out fairly well for him. He's probably just going to hit up Nukasudo after this, and then wrap back around to Risen Peabag Cave. And that, based on where the child is, I wonder if we'll go. I mean, I guess we're not going to go into Death Valley. What the hell's in Death Valley? But that's not a place to go unless you really have to. So he'll probably just take that child and go straight north back to Darunia, and that's going to be him getting ferry and into palaces.
Valley of Death, by the way, 50-50 between P2 and GP, so definitely not coming there.
Yeah, I do wonder where these boots are going to be, though.
At this rate, unless they're in Nukasudo, they're going to be in the palace. We've seen every other item check in the game, quite literally, so... Options are not exactly high, as Ellendar being patient with the flies.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows what it is just yet. This is true, though. We don't have spell, do we? So,
or do they just pick
yes,
it up?
That's right. That's right.
What did Chroma just pick up? I just completely brain farted it.
I think it was just a 1-up.
Okay, because I know I was like, that's not a major item. I'm just not remembering what not major item it was.
He picked up a little Skelly.
Ellendar. It says here's the Reflect for Chroma.
So Ellendar is not too far behind Chroma and has 1 extra heart container. He doesn't have the knowledge of what the child is attached to, but he's about to figure that out once he sees Nukasudo here, and maybe he
knows it's required anyway, no matter what, because he has. Yeah. He's found everything but Reflect and Thunder, so he knows it's one or the other, and both are required. Or Reflect and Fairy, sorry. And there's Boots.
Ellendar says he doesn't want the 1-up, then he goes back for it, and he's trying to do the beam swag. Now he's questioning, he's like, maybe I should take that 1-up. I'm all the way over here in the east, and I don't want to game over. But nope, he's walking out of there. He's not picking it up.
He's just gonna go reset his live. Well, he's gonna hopefully survive all the way back to Three-Eyed Rock, it looks like.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Or he might just go to Darunia after this and turn in that kid for the fairy spell.
Going up to Darunia would be quite a hike, though.
Well, he's got to figure out how to get in the palaces some way, so unless he stumbles upon the magic key, he's going to need that spell.
But he's probably he might want to up A at Three-Eyed Rock before hiking back to Darunia, I guess is the point.
Is he? He went into Three-Eyed Rock, though. I don't know if he up and A'd there, if he's good to go on lives.
You might need to go back, I guess, is the better point, yeah. Magic Key might be on Water Tile, yeah, Clem. That took me way too long to realize what on earth you were saying with WT. Chroma's heading back to Darunia here.
Yeah, I wonder if we... Chroma did not go to Risen Peabag Cave? Really?
Apparently not.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
He's missing the heart container from that.
That's the child.
I think it was no child. Never mind.
Hardest of Maze Island, the second item.
Right. Thank you.
Well, this is bad.
That Chroma's just heading straight for Water Tile and the Ocean Palace, I guess. Chroma, that's a problem with the child then.
Wow. Did he do it so quick? I don't know.
He
I'll be
doesn't have
honest.
it marked on his tracker, so
I'm gonna trust our tracker here as well.
yeah, his personal tracker doesn't have it marked. His personal tracker also doesn't have the trophy marked, so that's dubious info. And see what water tile he has here. Well, our 8th heart container. Sure.
Well, Ellendar is going to be absolutely maxed out here with hearts and magic containers before probably even stepping into a palace, perhaps.
Yeah, probably. I think he'll get that before going to the Ocean Palace in hopes of finding the Any Key. Which is also in the palace at this point, because again, we've seen everything else in the overworld.
Yeah, Chroma doesn't have his camera on that we can see, so he's probably gave a big eye roll there as in, it's in Risen Peabag Cave, and he's going back now. So this is going to give Ellendar, technically speaking, the lead. Yep. But there's still plenty of time for lead to change again and again and again here.
Oh, absolutely. We are still gotten no palaces completed here at 39 minutes. So, got a ways to go.
Yeah, it normally doesn't feel too bad. I mean, it feels bad, but you have to take into consideration that Fairy is like the last thing you're picking up. It was behind the child. You had to walk all across this ridiculous, segmented west and ridiculous Death Mountain and then into this Vanilla East. And it's like, oh my God. And so, yeah. It's just by the way that this is all playing out is you're kind of forced into not being able to place a gem early on.
Yep, turns out OGP's in the Ocean Palace, so P2's in the Valley. Fun. Yeah, Chroma having to make an extra trip back north before coming down for the P3 or 6 and 2 here. The southern passive river double is going to be a pain.
Yeah, so Chroma went into Darunia the first time. That cost him some time over Ellendar's play. And then missing Risen Peabag, having to come back all the way down from the midsection of the east back down to this cave, and then having to, I guess, triple trek, yeah, triple trek this pass back up to Naburu, then up to Darunia. That's costing some time here.
It has, mind you. We do have palaces to go, especially because we're going to dig P5 the entire way, dig a whole lot of 5 potentially for the medicine. We could be here for a bit. Ellendar gets off a couple nice encounter skips, and he's off to get his reflect. I think no,
Fairy.
Fairy.
I
read the wrong line on the track. Yeah, let's see how much Fairy costs, because they're only at Magic 4 and Magic 3, though it does help that, they have all 8 Magic Charts. So it's not as bad.
Apparently both of our runners executing the swag jump here today, showing off for everyone. Getting
onto that house's roof from the right side instead of going around from the left.
I hope that for the rest of my races here in this tournament that I have Fairy before seeing Darunia and having to get upstat, because I might not be able to do the swag jump as well as some others and embarrass myself.
Fairy incoming for Chroma.
Ellendar.
Sorry, Ellendar. Chroma's not far behind.
I wasn't. He closed his menu so quickly.
I did not catch the fairy cost either, unfortunately. They do have all 8 magic jars. They do have 128 points to spare of magic, as silly as that sentence sounds.
So both of our runners going along.
Looks like it took the better part of about 2.5 bars of magic there. So 3 casts per life. A fairy right now at magic 3 for Ellendar. Going. Or I think it might be 3. Might be a little bit less than 3. I'm not actually completely sure. There's another key, which is helpful.
And I guess we're going to start on Maze Island here. Go right into 5 for Ellendar. Is he?
He wants to get the medicine and never come back to the west.
Yeah, I don't think he's walking it back through Death Mountain, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see this P5 dig.
He's going to get this in up A. Yeah. But I'd be very concerned if he decided to go back through Death Mountain. Oh, the other thing is going to have to be they're going to have to remember how to get back through Death Mountain to Maze Island again later.
Yeah, I think that's fairly... I mean, they might forget,
that was fairly straightforward, but sometimes goofs happen.
Yeah. It's like 4 caves or something total, I think. Maybe 5.
Yeah, something like that. It's not a lot of caves, but there's several options for caves. P5 a nice pinkish purple here. My brain's really not working today, so I'm not remembering it being discolored.
It's like a plum on my screen.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
No, I don't think Chroma has pulled the Link feat off. It's just been, at this point, just been Zarnax who's been showing off.
For those not familiar with Link feat, it's a fairly newly discovered technique that is the same as Fairy feat, just with Link instead. Here's Guma. Alright, that's a start. I still can't read what the Fairy costs right now at Magic 3. We'll see how much it costs from Chroma at Magic 4.
Looks like a pretty tame Guma today, especially with a Fire Life cast that replenishes 4 bars.
Yep. And there's Guma down for Ellendar. Very nice fight.
First gem, sub 45 right here, just barely.
Yep.
Did Chroma not check this palace here?
No, he hadn't yet.
Okay, so there's his confirmation, there's GP, so he's probably going to go back up to 5 as well. Or maybe he's going down, he's going south, okay.
He's heading straight for the, P3 or 6 and P2, it looks like.
Yeah, so immediately I'd say that this play by Ellendar is probably better because you're going to want Thunder, because what's going to happen is I assume that Chroma's going to do 3-odd Rock and then Valley of Death, and then have to up an A out of Valley of Death or walk it back to Maze Island to get to Guma to get the medicine for Thunder. Otherwise, if he up an A's, he's got to go back all the way through Death Mountain to get to 5, and then up an A and go all the way back through Death Mountain again to get to the Water Palace. So I guess
it's going to be a sucky hike.
Yeah, Ellendar's got the, I think he's got the better route right here.
Nope, Chroma changed his mind, maybe realizing, oh, I should maybe do that hike later.
Okay.
Mind you, they're gonna have to walk back out of the Valley of Death at least once anyway, because GP's not in there.
Well, Ellendar is going to be able to just up an A out of there and go back to the west, grab Thunder, finish off all the palaces on the west, and then come back through Death Mountain just one more time, and then just hit up the Ocean Palace.
No, Ellendar hasn't been in this Valley of Death and 3-Eyed Rock Palaces.
He has seen 3-Eyed Rock Palace. He was down there.
Well, he's beat the 3-Eyed Rock Palace. He hasn't beat the Valley Palace. He needs to do that and then.
Right, but I mean the routing is do 5, do the 36 in 3-Eyed Rock, then do 2 in Valley of Death, up an A, finish off the west, get your Thunder, and then come back through Death Mountain one more time only, and then do the Ocean Palace in GP.
I guess never mind. I'm just getting really confused.
Yeah, sweep the east, sweep the west, come back to the east only one more time. Whereas Chroma would have, he's doing it right now, but he's doing it correctly now. But he would have had to triple dip Death Mountain if he stayed on the path he was on.
Nope, Ellendar is actually going to just head straight back to the west, so he will backtrack through Valley.
Terrible! Ellendar, I had faith in you.
Yeah, in any case, though, here's 3 or 6, which is peach color today. Ellendar Ellendar also did find medicine fairly quickly in 5. We'll see how long it takes Chroma, because if he gets lost here, that could be a difference maker.
Very true, very true. Chroma had a pretty bad... He had some... he even said it himself in the post-race interview of his previous race that he had some really, really bad palace routing, but that's kind of RNG and just guessing. So, like you said, we'll see if Chroma can find it, but it's hard to blame the runner specifically that, hey, you chose right instead of left and it was left and you chose wrong. And it was like, well, I have no information to go off of. It's simply a coin flip.
Or that you chose the wrong way off the elevator shaft or whichever.
Exactly.
Like you took top left instead of bottom left or something. There's various possibilities.
Oh. Well.
He is heading straight for the medicine. Guma was relatively straightforward, for Ellendar at least, so we'll see if... this actually might be a time save for Chrome if he finds Guma similarly quickly. I still have no idea if this is a 3 or 6, but it's looking like there's quite a few options.
There you go.
And we're in P3 here.
Should be finding Rebo pretty soon. I wonder if we're going to stick around for the item. I don't know what we would need.
Very concerned if he did. I mean, the only thing you can get out here is GP. Not GP3. Any key. Wow. Brain.
Looks like it's down.
Get out of here. And left. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he gets the item. I'd go digging for the item Mirai, since it's probably not helpful.
Yeah, I mean, it can't even be a harder magic container because she's got them all.
Yeah, the only thing it could be is an Any key, and that's it. But I don't think it's worth the dig for the Any key. This Iron Knuckle not being cooperative, so... Fire Life, it was really nice, especially when they have all 8 magic jars.
Yeah, this is essentially a Game Genie code right here that they've just entered, and both the runners are cheating. But Chroma not casting it, though. He's got full magic. He's down to less than 2 bars of health.
Yeah, and he does know it's the Fire Life. He's also going somewhere that's not Guma, which is not good for him.
Yeah, I don't actually remember any of the rooms that Ellendar saw on his way to Guma because it was so quick that I wasn't paying attention.
Nope, here's Rebo. So yeah, Chroma's... I don't know where Guma is either, but Chroma is not there as of... It just got here. Okay, so it had a little bit of a detour. We'll see where he goes after this. There's Rebo.
There was Rebo.
Yeah. Attack for decking him down pretty quick. 37 Fairy Magic 5, okay. So yeah, just under 2.5 bars.
Chroma hates healing, confirmed. He goes in on Guma, doesn't take any damage, and able to seal the deal without any fire life casts.
Ellendar is going to try and get a level here.
So
I'm also trying to remember where the next palace is from here.
They're both in the north side. We got one in the northeast corner and then kind of one in the northwest-ish area.
Middle of the northern coast is where the other is.
So Chroma's going to route this like a professional here. He's going to go back to the east and sweep the east and then go west. This is how we do it. Thank you, Chroma. Ellendar, we're going to have a talk after this.
This is good for Chroma and less for Ellendar.
Yeah. Yeah, Chroma needed this.
Time on this west, but not. You still have to go through a pass-through cave. Chroma needed that time save. Ellendar's gonna do the This is P1 here. It's P4 in the far northeast corner. And then head back to Death Mountain. You want a somewhat psychedelic blue and purple pink color combination here.
Hippie horse head.
Very much so.
Here's our item. Do we want it?
Not really.
Okay.
It is a passive variant though, so on he goes. You cannot skip Maze Island. The raft tile's on Maze Island. It might be a slight time saver. I don't even think it's a time saver over the bridge, to be quite honest, so.
I think it is. I mean, if you actually I think the raft tile is closer to the cave you enter Maze Island from versus the Maze Island bridge off to the east. But I don't know. I mean, that's not going to be what this race comes down to, I imagine. Watch me eat my words, though.
Chroma making his way through the valley. I don't know why he's going here before Three-Eyed Rock either, to be honest with you. He's gonna have to also backtrack through here. Chroma!
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk with both of these runners.
Because this cuts out a lot of the time gained he would have gotten by going here before backtracking. Because one of the things that Ellendar loses by going back to the west after Maze Island is that he has to go back to the valley, and Chroma's gonna have to do the same thing. Or have to make another trip down south. Either way, it's a time sink.
You don't want a talking to from Mariah. Haha, Ghost Dunk.
P1 wasn't too bad for Ellendar. It wasn't, 2 rooms long, but it wasn't 5 minutes either, so... decent, I think. He's gonna go get his, Thunder here. It's in the far northwest corner. And P2's very gray today.
It looks like it's got a hint of red to it, though, so it's kind of messing up. It's gray with like a red highlight almost.
I think it's it's like the edge color of the bricks or something. I've noticed that Z2R palaces have a primary color of the bricks, and there's there's a secondary color as well, and I think the secondary color is reddish.
Yeah, there's actually 3. There's the main, the midtones, and the highlights, or shadows, midtones, and highlights, I guess is what you would consider them. When you look at the palace rooms in the editor, you can play with the colors of the palace, and there are 3 options there.
Gotcha. Oh, Helmet Head's very fast to get to and really sick. Still beating up Chroma a bit, but does get down.
Yeah, so now he's going to leave the palace and walk back out of Valley of Death to go to Three-Eyed Rock.
Yep. I am not sure why Ellendar's routing this way of all things on the east and the west.
I believe it's known as being lost.
Yeah, that was my thought. I just didn't want to mention it. And no, Chroma's gonna have to walk all the way back down for Three-Eyed Rock.
What is happening? Are we in the twilight zone of Z2R routing? These runners. I mean, we're in a race and they're under pressure, but it's like, what's happening here? It's like, Hey, I have hasty up and A's too. Just to be fair, I have very hasty up and A's that I make huge mistakes that I get very unhappy with myself. So to be fair, anything's possible, but yeah, I don't know. I don't mean to dig on these runners too much, but there was definitely some better choices that could be made on either side here.
Yeah, gonna probably be 6, 6, 7 levels for Ellendar. Chroma gonna probably be more like 7, 7, 7. Maybe even 7, 7, 8 or 7. Something like that. P1 is a nice forest. P4 is right here, a nice forest green. Quite like this. And yeah, this is a little bit of clown routing as Chroma deals with these enemies. Neither of them taking the most optimal route through this to get finished off their palaces. Though to be fair, it is harder to route when you're playing a seed rather than us just sitting here on our desk chairs, commentating the seed and having not needing to fight enemies and think at the same time.
Somewhat true. Somewhat true.
What part am I not correct on?
I don't know. You're correct. I was just saying. I don't know. I was going to take it to get the runners. That's not fair. It's not fair.
Chroma is taking a different path in P3. I don't think Ellendar saw this room.
I don't think so. Wait. Yeah, I think this routes back around to our elevator. I think, and then that's when we go down and left. Yeah. Yeah, Ellendar did the same thing.
Okay, gotcha. Oops. Before being a little bit dead-endy here, with a whole bunch of forks. Ellendar sees his left and decides, wait, I should probably check this right to this elevator before I head left. And that's
oh, Chroma!
Ooh. Here's an elevator shaft for Ellendar. Going down, okay.
That was the item room. He doesn't want it. I don't blame him.
No, he really doesn't at this point. He knows he's against Chroma, the defending champion. He does not have time to go for an item he doesn't need. If it's not on his way, the P3 item was.
I don't know if we saw this elevator room. We did not yet.
Is that a loop, actually? Something looks vaguely familiar around this pair of elevators, but it could just be me getting lost.
Yeah, sorry, we did. It's my bad. I'm looking at the doors if we would have opened it, but if we're ferrying through doors, we would have not opened the door. My bad.
Okay, so yeah, that was a loop, I think. And this P4 is not being nice. P3 is down for Chroma.
Oh, Ellendar! Oh my god.
Nice save.
He had a bit of a bad jump, and so it was going to be a lava bath.
There's the up A for Chroma. And Karok's being elusive here. Chroma not realizing this is not going to work. You can tell this is the edge of the map because of the straight up-down line at the edge of the terrain there, which indicates you've hit the edge. If it's not the edge, there'll be some... it won't be a perfectly straight line down, but in this case it is, so nope.
Vanilla likes are fairly good at keeping you within their borders and not allowing the boots to get around these pass-through these pass-through sections that are kind of required.
Ellendar does manage to make it through this room, and happy 1 hour, everyone. As Ellendar finally finds Karok while Chroma gets in the door. If Chroma manages to find Karok faster than Ellendar does, that would be good for him.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to have to take a guess on a left here at an I junction. Well, Ellendar's in the lead, kind of.
It's tough to call, I think, right now.
Yeah, it's just that I just keep thinking about this overworld routing. Ellendar could have had such a huge lead here with this overworld routing, but and so could have Chroma. Chroma could have closed the gap, but now he's still got to walk south back to Three-Head Rock, and it's like,
Yeah. let's really hope neither of them is scatterbrained enough to upbeat after clearing out their palace in the southern part of the east, because hiking through Death Mountain is the absolute biggest time save right now here.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm probably just going to route my next game, my next race, incredibly poorly. So, you know, whatever. It happens. It happens.
It does.
I mean, I guess since they both lucked out, since they have to do something weird that the other one has already done, I mean, they have to do the other thing that the other one's already done, just kind of in a weird way. It's that I don't know. So there's no time saves. The time saves are already over. We've already lost any potential time saves, and they're both going to kind of just route it. We just kind of have to watch and see who can get through these palaces the fastest. This is the left that Chroma needs right there.
And he's also going to go right and get loop-de-looped. There were a couple different ways right here that got him, that will also get you a bunch of nowhere, so let's see where he goes.
Yeah, Ellendar is showing us that the path through this Death Mountain, it's not too bad. It's just that he's going to have to do it. No, he's not going to have to do it again. He's just got to go do 2 and 6, or 6 and 2, I guess, in that order. And then walk all the way out of Death Valley and go all the way up to the Ocean Palace. Or, I don't know what's faster. I mean, do we think that it's faster to actually just go back to Death Mountain and go through Death Mountain almost free of encounters instead of having to walk all the way out of Vod and all the way through the pass and all the way to the water? So, I don't know. Maybe that's actually still a play.
It's hard, as Chroma actually managed to get the candle out of 4 here. I'm a little surprised by that. He is also going the very wrong way right now, I think. Chat confirming he's going the very wrong way. Okay, yeah. Not as much.
So here's our small time save on the raft. It takes you to the middle section, and you can just kind of route straight south here.
It's a pretty easy encounter. I've got no idea where Chroma is, but it's not the right way.
Yeah, he's got to go down and left here. He looped around like Ellendar did finally.
Alright, there we are.
He might have done it a little bit faster than Ellendar did, though. I don't know. Maybe checking the item room cost him enough time to even it out, though.
I'm not actually entirely sure, yeah. Ellendar... Oh, that's a death for Chroma, down to his last life. Ellendar failed the fairy feat, and is just going through the valley the normal way on foot. Yeah, Taffy might be is probably helping a bit as well for Chroma. Compared to Ellendar's attacks 5. Life 7 is keeping Ellendar surprisingly alive for quite a whole lot of fireballs and 3 Wilson encounters. And actually, yeah, I'm not also sure whether going back to the Valley of Death and the Wilson encounters is faster than going back to Death Mountain. It's a hike either way for Ellendar.
Yeah, it's like if you had Fire Fairy, it would be different, but we don't have Fire Fairy, and so we have to keep casting a full cost fairy every single time. We don't have enough magic for 7 encounters worth of skips unless we take a death, but that still just takes time because you're going to see a death screen and a you know how many lives you got left screen. So I don't know. I think routing back from start is probably faster, actually.
It might be. Here's Karak for Chroma. Ellendar going for the bottom of the elevator as he heads into P6.
We'll see how fast this Barba is.
This not very.
I mean, yeah, this could be like an equalizing point for the runners here.
Yep. So we've already seen about 4 different ways to diverge, and Ellendar picked the right one. Neat.
Looks like it was
that's as fast as you can get in this P6. He didn't do any extra rooms.
Yeah, it was straight up that multi-level elevator, and then to the right, and then just keep holding right.
Yep. Chroma now in P1. This was the fastest this P6 could be. This particular one. That's the fastest P6, period. But that was as fast. Ellendar got through this P6 with no extra room, so that is as fast as this P6 gets in terms of getting to Barba.
Yeah,
A little bit faster Barba if he doesn't die, as he's got a higher attack level, but Barba's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, you want a fast P6, you just go the right way and get to the boss. Stop screwing around. Just route it correctly the first time. Big
Just
brain play.
route correctly. I'll defeat that down for Ellendar, and he'll be off to P2.
Yeah, I'm very interested to know if Ellendar is going to up and A out of Valley of Death and go back through Death Mountain, because again, I do think it's faster at this point. That Death Mountain was actually not that bad. I don't know if he took any encounters in Death Mountain, to be honest. He might have taken one.
Think he did.
I mean, other than the caves.
He also feared that fairy feat twice in a row. Ouch. Fairy is castable 4 times at Magic 6, which is nice.
So that jar is not there. Did Ellendar step out of that encounter before he I don't know. He's not getting the jar there, though. That's interesting.
I don't think so. Yeah, Fairy's down to exactly 32 as chat notes, so castable exactly 4 times. No, Magic 6, which is better. Not ideal, but better.
Going in to turn in our Thunder spell here for Chroma, and then he will be back into Death Mountain and over to Palace 6, all the way down by Three-Eyed Rock, and then back up to GP.
Yep. Ellendar does get off the fairy feet to the valley, which is nice. He's going to this first pass-through cave. And that's the update for Chroma.
All right, final fairy feat successful for Ellendar here. Final cave, and then into P2. We know Helmet Head is technically not too deep in, but maybe he'll go the wrong way. Same thing with Chroma. We've got 2 palaces here where we know the boss is not actually that far in, but that does depend on which directions you want to pick here. I don't know if we had options on our way to Helmet Head or not. Yeah, I really should have been timing this run for Chroma here. I don't know. It seems pretty quick.
It's probably faster than 2 Valley of Death caves, a bunch of Valley of Death encounters, and a bunch of Wilson. The bridge encounter and the Wilson encounters all the way back
That's very true. One of those caves is 2 screens, I think, as well. So there would be 3 screens of Death Valley caves, and then 3 skips for Death Valley spike tiles, and then 4 spike tiles for Wilson encounters, and it's wow, yeah.
It's a lot. Versus, 4 Death Mountain caves, the Maze Island's fairly free.
Yeah, you can see in the dark, and everything's pretty much a one-shot at this point, so you're not getting bopped into lava. The road encounter, the road tiles are lava on the east this time, so...
Ellendar is going somewhere.
That's a perfect way to describe what's happening on Ellendar's side right now.
Yeah, my memory is really bad, so I the P2 and none of the other palaces really. So I have no idea where Helmet Head is.
Yeah, neither do I. It didn't seem that far in, but again, it does seem like we have some options here. We've got the right, the down and right, and then we've got this right.
This does not look familiar in the slightest.
Yeah, so this could save Chroma. This could be in his benefit here that Ellendar takes a little bit of time to get through this P2, and if Chroma routes P6 the same way, then there's the time gap closing down. Oh, no, I think Helmet Head is at the bottom of this elevator, if I'm not mistaken, or he's right here. I remember this room on Chroma's side. Here we go.
Alright, that wasn't too bad, all things considered, actually. Although Chroma also didn't spend all that long in here, so that's not saying much. That's Helmet Head down for Ellendar, and we'll see how he decides to get out of here and what route Ellendar takes.
Yeah, unofficial prediction in chat: are we up and A-ing, or are we walking it out of Death Valley here? I like the up and A play, but we'll see.
Okay, that is attack 6. I wasn't actually completely sure what that would end up being, and the answer is walk out. I think in the meantime, Chroma may have gone the wrong way.
I actually think this is his. I'm not sure. This is one of the rooms that Ellendar did see, but there could be duplicates of this.
Oh, it might be the right one. I think I might just miscounted the number of rooms, which you're correct.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where he, if he saw that multi-level elevator or not, but apparently he did.
Yeah. So first, the question is going to be who gets to GP first.
Wow. Well, we're both on our trip to GP here. Just from different. I think we're about to meet up together because Chroma's down by Three-Eyed Rock, and Ellendar's about to be there himself. So.
Yeah. Ellendar perhaps just a hair behind, I think, as he fails the fairy feat.
Okay, he should be able to get the jar here. Oh, he's not going to get it.
Yep, doesn't.
Or he might not be able to because he just exited out of the previous encounter as well before getting a successful fairy feat, so I don't know.
Okay, so Chroma is slightly ahead heading for the Wilson the upper Wilson encounter's not the one Ellendar's in right now.
Yeah, they're so close we measure this by tiles. Chroma's like 22 tiles ahead of... Wait, where the hell's Ellendar going? Oh, he's taking the
Where are you? Oh, kidding. I was like, Ellendar, please don't cross this bridge. That would have been very bad if Ellendar decided to go with Red Rock for some reason.
Yeah, I look over, we're in a bridge encounter, I'm like, hold on, where are we? 1608 on the ZSR clock here.
Yep. 3 very nice fairy feats for Ellendar, who's going to be not less than a minute behind. Use his final fairy cast in this life to get past here, which is a smart choice, because he doesn't have to worry about it after that. We got 117. Not quite 117 entry. 116.46, so 38 seconds difference. That's not much.
We got our first junction here.
We have a race, chat. 38-second difference entering GP. 877667. Routing could be the big thing here.
Yeah, we'll see if Ellendar feels... Oh, I'm sorry. We have a junction right here. Okay, my bad. I thought we had a junction where... Oh, I thought... You get it.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay,
realize
so
we had
Ellendar
this one.
taking a left into the smiley face room is an immediate divergence from these two.
Yeah, and that's there's going to be an elevator here, so this could be up into Thunderbird.
It could be. Yeah, this Chroma gets whacked by a blue chicken knight here. And
Or
it
not.
is! Okay, so Chroma is in the lead here, finding T-Bird, because Ellendar is going off in the completely different direction that's not it.
Well, hopefully he loops around. If he can find, there was that hard upstab block room. So if he can find that, but he's not going to find it connected to this room. But if he can find that, he'll be back on the right path.
Yes, he will. Needs to survive this room first, though. Fairy 31 for Chroma, so remains ludicrously expensive. 31 and 32 are functionally the same for these guys. And that's T-Bird down for Chroma.
Yeah, it's interesting because today Chroma did not go left, and Ellendar is the one taking left spare.
Ellendar probably feeling a little behind getting the GP at an hour 16 against a runner like Chroma. I still don't know where he is, but I don't think this is it. None of this looks remotely familiar. Waffles and syrup room, and Chroma runs into his own emoji room. Point to Chroma that none of these would look familiar, probably. I was just hoping that we would see Ellendar loop back to where, closer to where T-Bird was, instead of finding a whole lot of rooms that aren't T-Bird, or anywhere close to it.
Yeah, I don't. Apparently, the entire palace is over here on Ellendar's side.
This might be the right way for Ellendar now. This looks potentially familiar. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Hey, my sense of direction is back to working.
Wow, so it did loop around.
Yep, which is good. I was worried that Ellendar was going to be further looped. Was going to be too far off the beaten path, but he's still behind at the moment.
Yeah, he's at least like 6 rooms or so behind. This is a pretty big lead for Chroma. And with the resources we have and the fire life 4 bar refill, I don't suspect Chroma's going to be dying. Oh, it's a dead end, but maybe. I don't know.
I don't think we're going to see... I doubt we'll see a game over in any case, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I put those two thoughts together. Not that he would die, but he's seen the dead end there, so we'll see if Ellendar is able to perhaps close a gap here after Thunderbird with that next junction.
Possibly, as he is taking down T-Bird fairly quickly. Attack 6 not as effective as Attack 8, but making fairly quick work of T-Bird here. And there we go.
I don't know how far in this elevator is for Ellendar here. As in the elevator that Chroma just went left at.
Yeah,
it's probably another 2 or 3 rooms, I think. Could have a dark link here.
Yep, and there it is.
Wow, so that could have been closer if Ellendar took, obviously we can all just put people in different positions and have them closer on Darklink, but taking that first left gamble luckily led him to Thunderbird, but it was the longer path for sure. And had he just stayed on the right path, hit Thunderbird and take the first left that he saw, he would have been first to Darklink. So is that close to where just a little bit of small divergence?
Yeah. All right, and that's GG's to Chroma taking first place, 122.04. He wants to interview.
So Chroma, the defending champion, is going to continue on. Ellendar, unfortunately, is out of the tournament at this point. Again, this is the lower brackets. Both of these runners were 0-1.
Yep. Ellendar himself, not too far from finishing, depending on how he gets through this part of GP.
Chroma didn't say anything in the race room, but he did pop into the waiting room.
Hey, Chroma, GG's.
Hey, thank you. I mean, G's.
Lowercase g's?
Yeah, yeah, I already know what we're talking about.
Well, does it have to do with routing in the overworld?
It might have something to do with that. It might have something to do with forgetting that Palace 6 existed at all.
We were wondering about that, yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not a 5-gemmer in Max Rando.
No. I had wondered, like, surely I'm gonna come across it at some point. I did. I just forgot that I did. Man. Yeah, I'm pretty absent-minded sometimes. I really am.
Well, both of you were a little off on the overworld routing, so that mistake probably didn't cost you as much as you thought it did.
Okay.
I feel that there could have been the best routing overall probably wasn't executed by either one of you. So I think there was just like mistakes on both sides that evened it out. So yeah, no, it was funny. I was getting a little upset during the when we were over on the east, but it's fine. I'm good.
The first issue that I had was with medicine, and I don't know why I had it. Like, I clearly knew that there was that other cave that I was leading there, and for some reason I felt like I don't need to go to that cave, which of course was where the boots were. Or
No.
was it? No, it wasn't the boots. It was
The child.
the child. That was the one. So the thing that I had in my head was I need the boots to get to the palace. Like, that's the thing I need, is the boots. The child's was, there were just several little things like that where, like, I had my focus on a thing that I needed, but there's another thing too. And this really was one of those seeds where you pretty much had to get everything or it wasn't going to work. And it would have been a lot more convenient to get it while I was already there.
Yeah, Ellendar Chi-Chi's
Hey,
finishing with a time
Hey.
of 1:24.56, just
GG.
less than 3 minutes behind.
Yeah.
It's a little less close than last time, but I'd still feel okay about it.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you entered in 38 seconds behind Chroma.
Oh,
Oh.
was that left slower than going right at the start?
It was.
Yes.
Luckily,
I mean,
they both
like-
looped together, though.
Yeah. So my perspective on this seed was, holy crap, this is the most linear seed ever. Everyone's going to 100%
Yeah.
it, right? Which means it's an execution battle.
Sure.
Which means I'm up against Chroma in an execution battle. Like, oh, come on. Like,
But Chroma did a dumb.
that's amazing, because like I felt like I routed that, aside from like a couple little things, routed that basically perfectly and still lost, which is just like, okay.
I can't tell you how many fence tiles I went through. I'm sure they can, but I don't know, 15?
I forgot to time it. I forgot to time it going back. I was going to, when I head back to the east through Death Mountain and Maze Island, I was going to time how long that took and then how long Death Mountain took, so I knew whether to up A out or not out of the last palace. And I forgot. I just flat forgot to time it. Did anyone figure that out, or did we both take the same route?
We
We wanted to time it also, but we did not.
Yeah.
No.
I knew from fairly early on that was like, as soon as I found GP, that was a choice I was going to have to make, and I wasn't sure. They were both awful, right? Like, just, but I figured because I had 4 casts of Fury, I was only going to have to take 1 death, and that was probably the tiebreaker on that.
Well,
You were
Well,
thinking so much more like smartly and logically. I just said smartly. Is that even a word? Like,
It is.
I am never going to win
Okay,
any of
great.
these races on execution. My combat's terrible compared to like you and Trails and Mirai. Like, if I'm going to win a race, it's going to be on routing. So I got to at least try to do that well.
It was definitely the only reason I won. It would have had to have been.
Ellendar, I think you would have had. I think you would have had the edge. I was telling Chroma that I got a little upset at both of your routes because I think there was a better route overall, and I think that.
Oh, I'm excited to hear this.
Well, I think that once you turned in Child for Fairy, which you did first, Ellendar, because Chroma forgot about Risen Peabag Cave and had to walk back there.
Oh,
from
no.
Naburu, from the water area.
The worst part, it was deliberate. It wasn't forgetting. It was deliberately skipping it because of just not having in mind the things that I actually needed to collect. But like, it was deliberate, and that makes it even worse.
Well,
it makes it even dumber.
I originally praised. Okay, we'll back up a moment. Then I originally praised. I praised your loop because so you both make it down to the southern section there of the east, right? And so Ellendar checks Risen Peabag Cave first, but you did not. You went down south across the bridge, checked the Three-Eyed Rock Palace, checked Old Kasuto, hit up the desert tile, went to New Kasuto, and then I was like, oh, he's gonna loop around kind of counterclockwise here, and then hit up Risen, and then go back up to Darunia, or maybe hit the water tile, and then go back up to Darunia, and then you walked past the Risen Peabag Cave, and we're like, hold up. And so that was a mistake because we already saw there was a child because Ellendar had already gotten out of there. But Ellendar skipped Darunia early on and didn't know that it was attached to Fairy until he saw the other two towns or the other three towns, and then was like, okay, well, Fairy's the last thing that's missing, so child is Fairy. But yeah, I would say the good routing, the best routing, I think, in my head at the time was that once you got Fairy in Darunia, was to go to Maze Island, which you both technically did. Chroma, you were kind of headed south first, then you turned around. Ellendar headed to Maze Island first and got there, and Guma wasn't too far in, and neither was the medicine. But then from there, I thought the best routing would be to just simply hit back up on the east, go 6, go 2, then up 2. An A, clear the west, and then just go through Death Mountain one more time to hit up GP. And that was what nobody did.
That would have been it. That would have been it.
Yeah. The tiebreak there is I really wanted to get Thunder. Because that routing to get Thunder was in my head. In retrospect, I probably didn't need Thunder as a safety because like just before that I had gotten Fire, and Fire Life was like insane. Well, like not like you needed it with basically everyone gonna be on 8/8, but I wanted to. I knew I needed to go back to the west eventually, and I wanted to get Thunder. And I'm like, well, I'm going to double dip the east anyway. But yeah, it probably would have been a little faster to go do the other ones first. Cuts out like half an east track.
Yeah. Well, it cuts out another. Well, you did it to where you only did. No, I don't remember exactly how everything was done, but it wasn't done how I said it. So
yeah, because you were gonna need to go into Death Valley, and then you were need to go out of Death Valley to GP. Like no matter. Well, if you could have up 8 out of Death Valley is I guess the point.
Right, that's the move. But having beat Palace 6 first, which is what I neglected to do, because I did end up. I got Fairy. I went south as if to go to Palace 2. Realized no, I need the medicine. I don't want to walk through Death Valley again. So I'm going to go back to 5, and then I went to 5, and then I went to 2, completely bypassing 6. So I had to, after I beat 2, I up 8, I went through everything, and then somewhere during my palace, my western palaces realized, oh yeah, 6! And so when I went back again to go to GP, I had to go to 6. But by that time, the go mode was like clean. It was really solid from that to the finish execution wise, but man, the routing. Really bad routing. Really bad.
Well, it was good enough.
Good enough. But yeah, I guess I'm not proud of what we did here today.
I felt fine about it. Again, like I said, I'm just here, play my race, win or lose, and then we can watch the exciting race.
The Nibiru Invitational Game 1 finals after this here.
Excellent. That's at 10?
Yep,
Yes.
coming up in 25 minutes.
Very good. Man. Well, hopefully it was at least exciting, despite the frustration.
Well,
it sounds like we were really close coming into GP, so.
You guys were very close. It was a close race throughout. Well, Rowden got you both today. You could definitely got a bit of an exasperated with you.
I mean, it's easy to sit up here in the ZSR skybox and just look down at the game and be like, this is what you should be doing. But I mean, it is. I to be fair, I'm, like I said during the commentary, I'm probably going to poorly route my next race anyway. So whatever, it happens. We're in a race. The pressure's on, the timer's going, the clock is ticking, and so it's like, you're trying to make decisions as fast as you can, as hastily as you can. And so accidents get made, whatever else. Things get skipped, things get forgotten. It happens every single time. But I'm glad it all came together at the end so that someone didn't kind of get left behind. And that 38-second entry difference, it could have been a little different had Ellendar had, obviously we talked about this again. If you had just gone right and then gambled left after Thunderbird, because Chroma did go right and saw the dead end, had to walk it back. That would have been the difference. But
or if that left was, or you never know going into GP, right?
Exactly.
Again, I went into GP fully knowing I'm probably behind Chroma, assuming he's played this race halfway decently. And I'm like, I need a gamble here. And I went left and it was super linear. And it turned from left back to right. And I'm like, okay, this is good. And then it would turn from right back to left. And I'm like, this is not good. Stop it. And then it did eventually hook in again, but apparently in a way that lost me a couple minutes. So, yeah.
Yeah, there were a few extra rooms on your path versus Chroma's, but I'm very glad it did not dead end and that it did come together. Otherwise, it would have been much further apart there. But that's the dream: is that all paths lead to where they need to lead. It's just some paths are going to be longer, some paths are going to be tougher. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at 6-minute GP on my side, so 8 minutes total between us. That's pretty good for a slightly diverging route. As far as GP goes. A good finish. Probably decent start for both of us, too.
Yay!
Not so much?
It was...
I had some difficulty in the Dark Caves. I took a game over motion. Dove cost me about a minute, but it picked up.
You guys are pretty close to getting ready to Death Mountain for the first time.
Yeah, didn't want to go there.
One cave in Death Mountain where I don't know why.
She keeps calling Chroma Mirai all race long. I don't know what's happening here.
I don't either. The race is not working. Anyway,
that race will be later in the tournament.
One extra faster cave. You, Ellendar, so
that would take a lot.
Little time. So you guys were predicting there, and then one of the things Ellendar did find the final item in Maze, the other item in Maze Island, 8 hearts and 8 magic charms. It was fun. Game just threw all of the back.
Yeah, everybody was absolutely stacked very early on. And that fire life recovered 4 bars. And I will point out that Chroma refuses to use it. Oh, you didn't know it was life? Oh, it was 4 bars.
I did use it. I did use it a couple of times. I feel like it didn't work. Hold on. I'm starting up my New Game Plus while it's out here. I'm going to test this.
I checked fire almost immediately because at that point I still needed... There were 2 towns left and I knew one of them was Reflect and one of them was Thunder. And I'm like, well, this has a very high... at least a decent probability of just saving me a bunch of time. And then I tested it, and it was life right away. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, it was a huge heal. And
I think I had Reflect at that point and needed Fairy.
Okay, yeah. It worked.
Because
I don't know why. I would have used it. I totally would have.
Yeah, you're over here fighting Guma with less than 2 heart containers. We're like, he must hate the life spell. This is a protest.
I'm not braining today. Like, clearly not braining today.
I'm also just laughing at Cloud in chat. Today's fighter, certainly not the GPS route.
Not great.
I also got spectacularly lost, so I think I was the one who did not get lost that one as well.
Very interesting race.
Yes, it was. GG's to you both.
Well, to Slamu and Level Engine, just route well. You'll destroy me.
Hey, you were talking about how in your previous race you routed palaces pretty poorly, and that's probably what cost you in your previous race. But this one, your palaces were pretty simple to route, other than 4, which you both got caught up in the exact same route throughout 4. So everything was pretty good. You both found Helmet Head very early on, both found Barba and Guma, and everything you needed to almost pretty much the same. I'd say your palaces were very, very close to each other in terms of time. And so that was good to see. It was good to see that there weren't any kind of upsetting moments for someone getting caught in some ridiculous P6, because it could have been ridiculous, but Barba was not that far in if you just, quote, routed it right, end quote. Which you both did.
That'll be the silver lining on this seed for sure, is that we didn't get screwed by that. Like, and anything that didn't go well was pretty much in our hands. Well, fun. I need to get to class.
Oh, good. Have fun with that, friend. That's a red label.
Yep, that's the bane of my existence, is the fact that remains there on the schedule and not somewhere else, but we'll make it. It's Pacific time, it's 7, it's not 10.
No, but it's like 7 p.m. still kind of late.
It's kind of late. That's okay.
I'm glad these are gone.
GG Ellendar, thanks for the race. I'm glad it was close.
Yeah, GG and good luck the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much. All right, see you. Thanks everybody.
All right, so any last thoughts from you, Murad, before we wrap this race stream up?
I'm a little exhausted, but I'm ready for this next race. So we're good here, I think. GG's to both of our runners. Again, Ellendar is going home. Chroma moves on, and we got a fantastic race coming up after this one as well. But somewhere different. Star will tell you all where that's going to be.
Yep. So, coming up next on the ZSR schedule, we're heading right on over to ZSR Main. We've got ourselves the grand finals of the Invitational Game 1 between TH and Dr. J PhD. That'll be happening on ZSR Main in a little under 20 minutes. We're heading straight over there as soon as I touch the live button and an intro buzz and outro buzz. And there'll be that. Let's see. And then I will go read off the schedule after that one primarily. But then just note, if you really want to do something for the next 10 minutes, it's not a Z2R. There is a Majora's Mask Randomizer tournament match going on ZSR today between Exodus and Greenwood. Let's give our runners a follow if you haven't already. Chromataclysm and Ellendar. Thank you to Mirai and to our tracker today, Shifter. We will be closing out of here and heading over there, so see you all shortly.